Yo, 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 it's your boy, Big Mike Raider, and we're here for day 24 of the 30 Days, 30 Prospects series, where today we're covering Mohamed Kamara out of Colorado State. Guys, let's jump into it.
Have they ever seen another like me living giant type step in your house above my head on your ceiling? Climbed out of the bottomless pit to let the truth slip and slide off my tongue and swine dive off my lips. No longer holding on, I'm tired of applying the grip. Forget the fancy shiny rappers, I'm supplying the gifts. I feel it's only right to tell you that I'm going in.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy, Big Mike Raider, writer and contributor for Planet Raiders. You guys know the drill by now. Go check out planetraiders.com for the full article, this full breakdown for today and the previous 23 players shown in the series. Guys, we are wrapping this thing up. We got about a week left until the 2024 NFL draft. I'm excited. I'm sure you guys are as well. We're going to see who are going to be in a short amount of time, who's going to be the next newest members of the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm excited. I'm very excited, but let's not get too ahead of ourselves. We got to go through day 24 out of 30. And today we're covering Mohamed Kamara, the defensive end from Colorado State. So I don't know if you guys remember from early on in the college football season, it was the Colorado versus Colorado State game where the game came on really late in the West Coast. I was up to almost like 2 a.m. watching this game. I watched the game from beginning to end. Colorado ended up winning this game, but there was two things that really popped out of that game besides, the obvious, the Colorado stuff going on. One was the wide receiver for Colorado State got like 15 grabs that game or something crazy like that. I was like, okay, this guy's pretty good. But the second one was Mohamed Kamara. He was everywhere on the field. He ended up having 2 sacks in that game, 6 total pressures. He was definitely everywhere on the field. It seemed like every time I looked, he was either making a tackle, causing some sort of havoc, or just showing his high motor and being near the play, and almost at every play. So from that point, I was very impressed for Mohamed Kamara. And I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. We're going to do the film breakdown on him. And I'm just looking at that game versus Colorado and kind of what he brought to the table for that game. He was everywhere all over the field. And not even just that, guys. I knew I saw somebody special at that position because he turned out to be the 2023 Mountain West Conference Defensive Player of the Year. He was first team All Mountain West, of course. And he had a sensational season. He brings high athleticism to the table. Ran a pretty good 40, really good 40, ran about a 4.5. His vertical jump was, on the upper, almost on the 90th percentile on a chart. His 10-yard split was very fast, really athletic guy. He's about 6'1", 250 pounds. Kind of reminds me of a more athletic Malcolm Kuntz as far as size, that size goes. Malcolm Kuntz is pretty much similar to that height and weight. Plays the same position as well. Kind of reminds me of that. So let's get into the PFF grades of the last couple of years. So in 2022, he had a 79 overall PFF grade in 12 games played, 595 defensive snaps. He has 6 sacks, 12 hits, and 35 hurries. Pretty good. But the 2023 season is where he really ascended from that 2022 year, making a name for himself, kind of upping his stock and making himself a mid-round projected guy. He had an 85.9 PFF grade overall in 12 games played, 612 defensive snaps, 14 sacks, 12 hits, 38 hurries. He's a sensational pass rusher. I think he could be a excellent pass rushing specialist in the next level. That would be a perfect fit for what the Raiders are trying to do. You can never have too many pass rushers. And it's good to have those youngsters come in and kind of keep things going and learning from a guy like Max Crosby, learning from Malcolm Kuntz, who has a similar frame as he does, would be beneficial to him as well. So we're going into the 23 comparables. Pass rush grade, just to, solidify what I'm talking about, 91.2 pass rush grade. Run defense grade needs some improvement, 72.2. True pass set pass rush grade, 92.6. And a pass rush win rate amongst the best at 19.4%. So if we look at some of his analysis, look at the positives and negatives of what he brings to the table, he wins with power. He's a power rusher. He's a guy who shows some moves sometimes, but he'll hit you with a spin. But most of the time, he'll hit you with that power move like a club and rip and just blow past you with his athletic prowess. That's what he kind of brings to the table. His lower height makes him for a natural leverage advantage, which maximizes power output on bull rushes. And you'll see in this film that that's exactly the case. He gets under tackles pad level, and he just causes fits at that position. Compact, loaded stance allows him to accelerate off his front foot with good pad level. Yeah, his first step is real quick. He's a very high motor type of guy, and he would just be a perfect fit for what the Raiders got going on. Some of his cons, though, however, 6'1", his length will be an issue. People are still on the whole height thing and height and weight thing. I think that's not a big deal. 6'1", 250 is good enough in today's NFL as far as being an edge rusher, especially if you're going to be a pass rushing specialist on certain downs, obvious pass rushing downs, NASCAR packages, and on obvious third downs. So 6'1", 250, that's not a concern for me personally. Even with hand moves, it's tough for him to get off blocks due to his lack of length. So arms a little shorter, but he finds a way to make it happen. If he tightens up the fundamentals, tightens up the technique, he can overcome the things that he's kind of not born with. And I think he'd be all right with that. But lastly, before we get into this film breakdown, we have draft placement. Where do we have him placed as far as where he's getting drafted? Shout out once again to NFLDraftBuzz.com. You guys already know I've been shouting him out from day one on this one. They have a great chart. Go check out, like, if you're ever looking up any prospects that I haven't covered, or even if I did cover, you want to go check out like their full scouting report. It comes with a bio, strengths and weaknesses. They get really into depth. But if you want to check that table at the bottom, it kind of tells you where players are going to get drafted. And so let's get into it, man. NBC Sports has him at 68 overall, so they're pretty high on him. That's like a early third round, second round, late second-ish type of projection. Fox has him at 78, a little bit right after where we're at in the third round, and we're picking 77 overall. Walter Football has him at 97. Sport News has him at 97 as well. MDDB and ESPN have them both at 112, right at the spot where the Raiders are picking in the fourth round. Draft Buzz has him 134th overall. PFF has him 139th, and NFL.com has him at 167 overall. I think exactly what the middle is saying. MDDB and ESPN have him at 112th, which is basically where we're picking. That is where we're picking in the fourth round, and I think that Mohamed Kamara would be an excellent pick in the fourth round. But that is everything in a nutshell, the pros and cons, his PFF scores, all that, draft placement. What do you guys think about adding Mohamed Kamara to this team at defensive end as a specialist? Let me know in the comments what you think about it, and I'm looking forward to hear from you guys. But guys, without further ado, let's get into the film breakdown of Mohamed Kamara versus the University of Colorado. Let's check it out. Let's see. All right. There we go. So first play right here, we have Mohamed Kamara. He's going to be on the bottom of the screen. I will correct myself if I'm wrong. He's on the bottom of the screen on the outside shade. Actually, I think, matter of fact, it looks like he's on the top of the screen. Sorry. He's at the top of the screen, outside shade of that left tackle. Let's see what's going on. So you see it right now. Number 69 for Colorado is beat. Shador Sanders in the back at quarterback. You see the pad level 69 is too high. And on top of that, Mohamed Kamara has a low pad level. Exactly what we're talking about. His strengths is 6'1". He has a natural leverage advantage, keeping the pad level low with the power move and speed. And he uses those athletic abilities to get past number 69. And he almost makes the play right here, right there. Just a full effort. He uses his strength as well. Almost makes the tackle using one hand. Excellent play right there from Kamara. Let's move on to the next one. So here we go. Number 8, he's at the top. He's on the outside shade of that left tackle. He's at the top of the screen. He's like in a 5 technique. And let's check it out. Sorry, guys. He was at the bottom of the screen. And that is exactly kind of what I want to also point out, is that he's versatile. He can move around from the left and right end. And this play right here specifically kind of shows his versatility and his motor on this one. So, guys, he's on the outside shade of the right tackle, guys. My mistake. He's in a 5 technique on the bottom of the screen. And let's ride this one out. I don't want to mislead you guys, but there you go. Spin move, doesn't make the play. Looks like he's out of the play, but his effort keeps him going, and he ends up, believe it or not, making this play right here. So missed tackle right there, and look at number 8 coming in and making the tackle. Excellent effort right there. That's what you're getting from a Mohamed Kamara, just everywhere all over the field. High motor, doesn't give up on a play. Just showing just pure excellence right there, and showing the reason why he was named Mountain West Defensive Player of the Year. So let's check it out. I believe he's on the bottom of the screen once again, outside shade of that right tackle in a 5 technique. Let's check it out. So, and I was wrong again. Number 9 looks like number 8, and let's check it out. So this time he moved around again. So, and that's what I was having issues looking at this film as well. And even in the game, I was like, oh, where's number 8 at? And I'd be like, oh, he's at the top of the screen. Oh, he's at the bottom of the screen. He's in a 5 technique on the other side. Oh, he's even in a 3. He's switching. He's doing a whole bunch of stuff. He's everywhere on the field. So that's exactly the point right there where I'm trying to get at you guys. Like, you got to account for him on every play, and he moves around and makes things difficult. So he is on the top of the screen, guys. He's in the left tackle. He's right over on the outside shade of the left tackle. Let's ride this one out. You see he's at the top of the screen, and you see that he uses his technique to kind of shuffle his feet across the line, keeping that lateral movement, and he ends up making this tackle on the back side right here. It's pretty good. Let's check it out. Let's check this out. Hands off. First off, great fundamentals right there. He stayed his ground. He read his keys to make sure that Shador Sanders doesn't keep the ball and take off. He was there to make sure that that doesn't happen. Shador ends up handing it off to the running back. He shovels his feet and goes across the line and ends up making the play right there, getting in there. So excellent fundamentals, excellent football IQ, and excellent effort as well. So that's what you're getting from Mohamed Kamara, guys. Here we go, better angle. He's on the outside shade, wide out there. You can even call it a wide 9-7, but 5 technique if you want to. He's on the wide end of that. He's on the outside shade of that left tackle on our right-hand side. So let's check it out right here. Let's check it out. So bats the hands right away, and doesn't really hit the hands down, but he puts himself in a position to where his pads are lower. He doesn't necessarily have to show much of a bend because he has the height advantage, but he still has a slight bend there. But he's catching that left tackle leaning in this situation, and he gets around him, uses speed and prowess to get past him, ends up making a play right here. Bull rush, uses his strength, effort, grabs the ankles right there and makes the sack. Excellent play from Mohamed Kamara. Just the effort guy, high effort dude. And that's exactly what I was seeing here, is that this guy is all over the field. This guy is you got to account for at all times. And even with that, he's going to show high effort. And even if you give him your best, it may not be enough. So there you go. Let's check out the next play, guys. So this time, Kamara is there you go. He's on the right-hand side of the screen. Let's check it out. Number 9 looks like number 8 because I'm kind of blind, I guess. Let's see. So here we go. He's on the right-hand side of the screen on the outside shade of number 69. And just look at the angle pursuit right here, making a play. And just excellent effort once again, guys. The effort is the name of the game here. So number 3 bounces it out. Number 8 doesn't take a great angle right there, but Mohamed Kamara still makes the tackle on that play. So excellent play right there. Here we go. Mohamed Kamara is on the outside shade right there on the outside shade of the right tackle this time. And let's see what he does this time, guys. Let's check it out. He's on the bottom of the screen. Little stunt action. Gets good separation there. You know, they're talking about, you know, arm length is kind of an issue, but he gets good separation on 73, that guard this time. He has a lower pad level. He has good leverage, and he's reading the play very well. He read it from the beginning and placed himself in a good position to make that play, and he ends up getting in on the tackle right there. So just good fundamentals, good pad level, and good football IQ. Just being able to read the play right there. Excellent play. So another stunt right there, and another situation where he reads the screen right away. You see him. He's already in a position to make the play right there. And good angle, misses on the tackle, but he slows the running back down. So there you go. Another good effort kind of play right there from Kamara. And that's exactly what I was talking about. I wanted to show you, if you guys didn't catch this game in real time, just how often he was everywhere all over the field. It was like, man, another play by Kamara. He's there again. This is where I kind of was like, okay, this dude is the real deal. And he proved me right. He ended up winning, like I said, Mountain West Defensive Player of the Year. So here we go. He's on the outside shade of the left tackle this time, number 8 at the bottom of the screen. Let's see what goes on here. Okay. All right. And that's just effort right here. So he's reading kind of what the quarterback is doing in the backfield. He sees that there's a hole right there, and he sees that Shedeur Sanders is getting ready to take off. And Mohamed Kamara turns this into a minimal gain. It could have been ran for maybe 10-plus yards if he doesn't make this play. Excellent play right here. He retreats and dives and makes the tackle. Excellent play from Mohamed Kamara. So here we go, guys. We're going to let this ride out a little bit. I believe he's at the bottom of the screen this time. Once again, on the outside shade of that left tackle at the bottom of the screen. Matter of fact, he's on the let's ride it out. Let's ride it out. So this time, guys, this is what I was talking about. This guy is everywhere, all over the field, everywhere on the field. If you guys didn't notice this time, this time he's like kind of freelancing, right? He's right head up on the guard this time, on the near the top of the screen, next to the defensive end at the top of the screen right there. Just head up on the guard. And it is interesting because he's literally everywhere all over the line right here. So keep an eye on number 8 right here. You'll see it. You'll see it. So right there, he's acting almost as a spy on this play. It's kind of interesting what's going on. He's not really doing much of a pass rush right here. He looks more like he's just kind of reading what's going on. I don't know if that's football IQ, like he's kind of recognizing was about to happen, and he's kind of staying home in this situation. But either way, it's excellent. It's excellent. This excellent intuition right there, and he closes in super quick and knocks him out. So I don't know if you guys saw that part of the game. He laid out Shedeur Sanders on that play, busted his lip and all that good stuff. So another guy, high intensity, one of those guys that's just like super high intensity. And And this is one of the last plays right here. Mohamed Kamara is going across the center's face right here. He was over the he was in a 3 technique right here on the outside shade of the guard, number 79 on the left-hand side of the screen. He goes across the center's body. And just this is another high effort play right here, guys. So right there, whiff of a block and gets in there, still makes the play right there. So that is Mohamed Kamara in a nutshell, guys. I wanted to show you just what he did with the against Colorado. He has much more to offer as far as film. If you want to go check out a little bit more, go ahead and do your research on that one. But I wanted to show you what really made me go, wow, this guy is the real deal. And it started with in that game against the University of Colorado. The game before that, against Washington State, he tore it up as well. So this is not just somebody who had one good game. This is somebody who has sustained success over the 2023 season to the point where he was named first team Mountain West and defensive player of the year. So, and I've said this like 4 times, sure gonna hear from you guys. Okay, we get it. He's defensive player of the year. But I want you guys to know that this guy's a diamond in the rough type of guy. High effort, high athleticism, high motor. And I honestly don't know how he's in the 4th round right now. To me, he seems like a 2nd or 3rd round type of projection type of dude. He could move up. If the Raiders love him, you could grab him at 77. But if he's where people are projecting him to be and he's available at 112, that is a steal, an absolute steal. And I'd be excited to have him as a Raider in relief as a pass rushing specialist. But let me know what you guys think about it. But guys, that is day 24 of the 30 days, 30 prospects. Man, we're getting close. We're wrapping this thing up, guys. But in the meantime, man, I'll see you on the next one. And you guys have a good one. Peace.
Have they ever seen another like me, living giant type, step in your house and put my head on your ceiling? Climbed out of the bottomless pit to let the truth slip and slide off my tongue and swine dive off my lips. No longer holding on, I'm tired of applying the grip. Forget the fancy shiny rappers, I'm supplying the gifts. I feel it.